a very, very good morning, children. Welcome to your EVS 1 class. Okay, so I hope you had a wonderful Diwali, a very small little vacation, and now we are back to studying. All right, so what have you been doing? We had just started the chapter 8, food production, right? And all right. And in the last previous classes, what did we learn about? We learned that whatever we eat, right? Whatever plant produces, animal produces, whatever we do, it comes from plants, right? Our favorite fruits like mangoes and oranges, we bring them from the market, and from the market, and where does it come from? It comes from farms, right? And farmers, they work on farms, they grow plants and different kind of vegetables and pulses and oil seeds and different everything that we eat, everything that we require in the kitchen. The farmers, they grow them in their farms, and after that they send them to the market, right? Now farming is not an easy process. It's a very long drawn out process, right? It takes a lot of time, and there are rather a few steps required in farming, and today we are going to see those. Okay, so what did we learn previously? That farming, growing useful plants, raising livestock such as cows, goats, etc. is called farming. Farming does not only include rearing plants, right? Like growing plants, it also includes raising livestock like cows, goats, hens, chickens, right? So everything is included in farming. And people who work on farms are called farmers. We have already learned that. All food items that we buy from the market are grown by some farmers on their farms. So remember, children, whatever you buy from the market, it comes from some farms. Okay. All right. So the other day, do you remember we had seen a few videos about how there is a plow, there is a certain attachment behind the bull, right? That is called a plow. And the plow, what does it do? It turns the sand upside down, and once the soil is turned upside down, right? It kind of like makes some certain grooves in the soil. You can also see the next picture. Do you remember, children, in our last class we had seen a video about different kind of tractors walking on different kind of farms. So what did they do? They prepared the soil. There is a certain attachment behind the tractor and also behind the bulls which help loosen the soil up. Okay, if the soil is very hard, do you think you'll be able to put the seed inside the soil? Not at all. Okay, so what the tractors and the bulls do is that they turn the land. They have an attachment behind them, that is the plow, and what it does is it turns the soil upside down. It kind of makes small little grooves in the soil, and once the soil is prepared, the farmer, they can use the soil for their farming. Okay, so we can see in our next slide that after the soil is prepared, the plants, they cannot grow on themselves, right? They need certain nutrients to grow. So your little children, right? So your mom and dad always say that you should eat more. Then if you eat more, then you can grow, you can get nutrients. Similarly, plants also, they cannot grow just with soil alone. They need to have nutrients in the soil. So farmers, what they do is they put nutrient rich materials in the soil. They are mixed into the soil, and after that nutrients help the plants to grow. And once the nutrients like cow dung we know is very good for soil, right? So cow dungs and other nutrients like compost, they are mixed into the soil so that the soil becomes rich in nutrients, and those nutrients the plants can use, and those help them grow. Okay, so what the farmers do is they mix nutrient rich materials into the soil, and after that, once the soil is thoroughly mixed with the nutrients, what do? They put small little seeds in the soil. Okay, they put the small little seeds in the soil, and then they cover it up. They cover it up with a very loose layer of soil. Why a loose layer of soil? Because loose layer of soil will help the seed to break through and germinate. Okay, we are going to learn that in the next slide. So the process of putting the seeds into the soil is known as sowing of seeds. Okay, we can see in our small little gardens as well, right? What do? We first we prepare the soil, and then we mix it with cow dung, and after that what do? We put small little seeds, and we put it in the soil and cover it with a very loose layer of soil. Why? Because the loose layer of soil will help the seed to break through and become a huge plant. Okay, and that process is called sowing. It's called sowing of seeds. The process, the act of putting the seed into the soil is called sowing of seeds. All right. Then the next step is germinating. So after the sowing, the field is watered. Like remember, children. So once you put the seed in the soil, you have to water the seed. Okay, because plants, they need nutrients and they need water to grow. So once the seed is put in the soil, it is watered, thoroughly watered, very nicely done. And then after a few days, you will see small little plantlets that will grow from the seeds. You can see in the picture, children, that once the seed is put in the soil, it is covered in a very loose layer of soil, and then the little seed, it starts giving off small little plantlets. Okay, and those plantlets, they will grow slowly, they will grow into our desired produce. All right. Okay. So after that, once you have sown the soil, you still have another step to do. You have to water the plant very well, right? And in our small garden, we can use a small little sprinkler to water, right? But in huge farms, right, like in rice farms, have you ever seen rice farms, children? In rice farms, it is always submerged in water. Rice plants need a lot of water to survive, and as you can see in the picture, it is always submerged in water. And the farmers water the plant regularly. They will remove, and while watering the plant, they will remove any grass or unwanted plants which may also grow in the field. Generally, what happens when you are planting seeds, weeds like grass, they will also grow in the field, right? And that is not very useful. What the farmers do is, while watering the plants, they also take out the extra grass or any unwanted plants which are there. Okay, now fields are watered. Generally they are watered with the help of sprinklers or water channels, and sometimes, as you can see in the picture, the entire field is covered with water. You can see this very often in paddy fields. Okay, in rice fields, since they need a lot of water, what do? It is covered thoroughly with water. Okay, it is always submerged in water, and from there the rice plants grows up. All right. So after that, we have watering. So can you see in the picture, children, there is a sprinkler. The first picture is that of a sprinkler. Okay, what a sprinkler does is it sprinkles water all over the field. There are huge sprinklers in big huge farms, and they at regular intervals, after some certain amount of time, they sprinkle water all over the field. Okay, in the second picture, you have a picture of a water channel. So what a water channel does, a water channel also distributes, like there are huge farms, and in the middle of the farms there are small little gullies, okay, filled with water, and they are called water channels. So water channels are also used for watering plants at a regular interval. Okay, and after that we have harvesting. So children, you must have gone to your villages in Decembers, right? So when you go in December, you will see that the fields are full of golden color. The fields are golden in color, and there are farmers who are cutting off the plants. And this cutting of the plants, why do they do that cutting of rice plants? Why do they do that? In the first picture, they take out the rice plants, since the rice plant is all grown up now, and it is ready to almost like take into a next step, right? So what do? They cut off those rice plants, and then they harvest it. Okay, in the second picture, you can see that a farmer, what is he doing? He is a tomato farmer, and he is picking off the fruits. So see, children, in the rice plants, what is a rice? Rice is the seed, okay, the seed of the plant. And in the rice plants, the seed is harvested. Whereas in the tomato plant, what is being harvested? That means what is being used? The tomato fruit is used, okay. So harvesting, what is harvesting? Harvesting means that once the plant reaches a certain age, some more nutrients are added into the soil, okay. also in the process of farming, it's a very long drawn out process. Okay, rice farming, it starts in the start of the year and it ends at December. Okay. So you see that, but it has to be tended, it has to be watered regularly, and once the plant reaches a certain age, some more nutrients are added into the soil, right? And fully grown plants, they give rise to flowers and fruits. The useful part of the plant are collected. The useful part of the plant, children, not the entire plant. Okay. Suppose in the rice, what is collected? The seeds of the rice plant are collected, and that is what we eat as rice later. So fully grown plants give rise to flowers and fruits. Then the useful part of the plant is harvested and collected, and that process is called harvesting. Okay, so what is harvesting, children? Harvesting is the process of collecting the useful parts of the plants, right? In some plants, the fruits are harvested. For example, apples and strawberries. We all love them, but we do not eat the leaves of the apple plant, right? We eat the fruit of the apple plant. So in plants, like in fruit plants, the fruit is harvested, and in some plants the stem is harvested. Okay. And in some plants the leaves are harvested. For example, we all like mustard, we call them, we all like green leafy vegetables, right? They are very good for our eyes. And in those plants, the root will not be harvested or collected, the leaves will be harvested. And in some plants, the flowers are collected, and in some plants, the seeds are harvested. For example, groundnuts. We all like peanuts and almonds and cashews, right? And what are they? They are the seeds of the plants. They are also the seeds of the plants, and in those plants, only the seeds are harvested. Okay. Harvesting can always be done by humans. We can always go and collect, the generally the farmers, what they do, they go out and they collect with the help of other people. They can also be done by machines. Okay. In our next class, we will see how harvesting can be done by machines. All right, we will see a video on that. Okay. So, what have we learned today, children? We have learned a lot of stuff. We have learned the entire process of farming. It starts from preparing the soil, and then you prepare the soil. Then it starts with sowing the soil, then watering the soil, then giving periodic manure and nutrients in the soil, and then it ends with harvesting, right? So let me ask a few questions. All right, so today's questions are: if you go to your village and you see a farmer putting seeds in the soil, what is the farmer doing? You can think about that. And if you go to the village in December and you see the farmers cutting off rice plants in the fields, what is the farmer doing? Okay, so please ponder on these questions and we will discuss them in our next class. I hope you liked and enjoyed today's class. If you have any problem, please get back to me. I'll see you in the next class. Thank you.